Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys Jerry Jones disrespected Brian Schottenheimer seconds after hiring him. If you needed any more evidence that the Dallas Cowboys are a laughingstock, their hiring of Brian Schottenheimer as head coach should do the trick. It isn't so much that Jerry Jones settled on Schottenheimer, who hasn't garnered head coaching interest in over a decade and has a spotty track record as an offensive coordinator, but the farcical process that led Jones to the decision. Schottenheimer actually has the traits to succeed as head coach. On top of being an effective communicator who has strong relationships with his players, he is a natural player who doesn't struggle to command a locker room. Of the 4 candidates that interviewed for the job, Schottenheimer was arguably the best. The process in terms of how Dallas landed on Schottenheimer, though, was a complete joke and insulting to fans who just want to root for a functioning franchise. As if executing a classic Friday night news dump to announce Schottenheimer hire wasn't embarrassing enough, Jerry Jones released a truly baffling statement to ESPN to confirm the decision. Cowboys Jerry Jones already disrespected Brian Schottenheimer after hiring him as head coach. Brian Schottenheimer is known as a career assistant, Jones said, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. He ain't Brian no more. He is now known as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. It's not worth trying to make heads or tails of whatever that is. One would think Jones would have had a more elaborate and thought-provoking statement ready after appointing the 10th head coach in the franchise's history, but that would be the actions of a properly run team. How can anyone read that statement and take the Cowboys seriously? They might have star players in all 3 phases of the game, but ownership does not care about winning. They spent the fewest amount of money in free agency last offseason, and Schottenheimer will surely check in as one of the NFL's cheapest coaches in terms of annual salary once the sun sets on this ever-fluent coaching carousel. More than anything, Jones loves when the Cowboys dominate conversation. Well, Jones was so thrilled about how hiring Schottenheimer would be perceived that he announced it on a Friday night when the NFL news cycle is sound asleep relative to the other 6 days of the week. Jones is running out of cards to play to keep fans invested in the team. His unserious approach is now being called out on a national level. If Jones' biggest fear is fan apathy, he is dangerously close to crossing that bridge if he hasn't already crossed it. It is clear now that Schottenheimer was hired because he was cheap, has the support of players, worked with the team before and, most importantly, will allow Jones to remain the evil emperor without any pushback. Michael Irvin sounds off on the Cowboys hiring Brian Schottenheimer. We lost an opportunity. On January 24, the Dallas Cowboys promoted offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer to head coach. Why Jerry Jones made this decision is still a mystery. Some argue that it is for offense continuity, others believed it was a placeholder hire for the likes of Jason Witten or another former player, or simply it was just another coach that Jones could control. While Cowboys fans were in an uproar about the first-time HC, one franchise legend has finally broken his silence on the matter. Similar to Troy Aikman, the playmaker Michael Irvin doesn't beat around the bush about his former team. Whether it was on NFL Network or FS1 Speak, you could count on Irvin giving a fiery speech about his team's ups or downs, but this time around it was radio silence from the Hall of Fame receiver. Finally, Irvin shared his thoughts about the hire yesterday on his YouTube channel. The former Hurricane admitted that he does not personally know Schottenheimer, but that this was a lost opportunity on the organization's end. Jerry's a shrewd businessman, and this opportunity, I'm shocked he did not see, Irvin said. I was pushing for Deion Sanders to be the next coach, and I still stand 10 toes down on that push. The playmaker went on to explain how embarrassing it is to have 2 NFC East teams in the NFC Championship game, the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is the Commanders' first NFC Championship appearance since 1992, while this is the Eagles' second appearance in 2 years. Even the New York Giants made it to the NFC title game, 2000, more recently than the Cowboys, 1996. All eyes on them, our enemies on all fronts, and they're holding a position that we haven't held in 30 years. The longest drought by any NFC East team, any NFC team period. 30 years. Irvin then referenced a speech he delivered on Speak prior to the hiring of Schottenheimer. According to the Hall of Famer, hiring from the inside is a step backwards as the Cowboys' rivals continue to gain control of the division and now the conference. 40 years is a generation. We got 30 years of no titles. Right here, right now is critical math. It was time to bring somebody in here that could shake things up and grab this last leg of Cowboys Nation, Irvin said. If we got 30 years right now, life expectancy is 100 years, that means by math a third of the Cowboys Nation has never felt or lived the glory of a championship story. Don't even know about it. How the hell could they pass something down without even knowing about it? Preach Irvin. Irvin isn't the only number 88 that is displeased with the decision. Former Cowboys receiver Dez Bryant also shared his thoughts on X/Twitter yesterday. Just like Irvin, Bryant has also lost faith in his beloved team. Dallas Cowboys linked to intriguing free agent running back. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be an intriguing team to watch throughout the upcoming NFL offseason. Jerry Jones has quite a few holes to fill and has already made a head coaching change. One of the holes that the Cowboys need to fill comes at the running back position. Rico Dowdle has shown some potential to be a key impact player, but Dallas could use more help. They have now been linked to one intriguing option in the upcoming NFL free agency period. The Cowboys need a reliable running back who's been in the league for a while, even if they plan to draft another running back early. Harris has been nothing if not reliable in his NFL career, playing 17 games in all 4 seasons with Pittsburgh. Harris could serve as a mentor for a top rookie running back while still having a role with a significant workload in 2025. Ahead of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys have been connected to Boise State star Ashton Jeanty. Bringing in Harris and drafting Jeanty could make sense for the franchise. During the 2024 NFL season with the Steelers, Harris ended up carrying the football 263 times for 1,043 yards and 6 touchdowns. He averaged 4.0 yards per carry. Harris also caught 36 passes for 283 yards on the season. All of that being said, Harris could make sense for the Dallas Cowboys, depending on his price tag. If the cost makes sense, the Cowboys should pursue him. But they cannot afford to overpay to get him. It will be very interesting to see what Dallas ends up doing during the upcoming offseason. They have a lot of work to do to get back into serious contention. Mayfield Sports Marketing. Call Mayfield Sports Marketing at 262-366-8188 to schedule Green Bay Packers players or alumni for your corporate appearance or product promotion. Our booking agents will work on your behalf to get you the best price for your desired sports speaker. Mayfield Sports Marketing has earned a reputation of being the one to call for booking top athletes to speak at events and trade shows. To learn more about Packers players or alumni appearance costs and booking fees, please call us today. And you, fan? What do you think about Najee Harris's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.